This is an HBR article that came out in September. It is a partnership between researchers and leaders from Better Up Labs and Stanford Social Media Lab. It's called the AI generated Workslop. It's destroying productivity. The Workslop is a term that they came up with. You see the names of the authors there, so make sure you check them out. I've been a Better Up, beta tester many years back and involved with some of their conferences in the past. They're doing some good work around research. So, what is Workslop? So, the way they define Workslop is this AI generated work content that masquerades as good work but fails to meaningfully advance a task. You've probably seen it. There's like emails, presentations, analysis that comes your way. There's like coding that comes your way, and you look at it and you're like, wow, I need someone else to now redo this and get it right. What does the data show in the research that they did? And they did research on around, I think, 1,125, if I'm right, workers across industries in the US. Here's what they found. About 40% of US workers received work slop from their core workers in just the past month. So 40%, 2 in 5. Percent of the work content that people received, they felt was work slop using AI. That's a big chunk. And then for every item that came around that's work slop, on average, people express they spend around 2 hours, so roughly around 2 hours per incident to fix it. That's, if you take a 40-hour week, that's like 5%. And on top of it, you add more frustration, you go back and forth. You also make sure that you're not, the person who produced the work slop is not the person that you want to, ruffle up the feathers, right? It's going to take some extra hours out of you. On top of it, the frustration of you. And that's what it shows up, right? These AI pretender slops, right? These companies where seeing this, the colleagues, they think less of each other. They're very polite here. They don't respect their colleagues, right? Because of the work that they're getting, whether it's creative work, right? Are they capable? Reliability, trust, right? And their intelligence that, is more than 50% expressed that they thought less of them. Very few, you see around those 10%, 12%, thought more of them and they saw that work. And this is why AI fluency is such a hot topic right now. Because on one hand, you have these old world, old school companies, even though they may look innovative on paper and in the media, but everything underneath them and fueling them is still old school thinking. They are and they don't know what to assess for. They've done tons of layoffs, including AI people, and then put jobs out again for hiring more AI people. Who's going to really assess them? So their employees themselves are involved with a lot of slop. And then how are you going to even assess for? So, monkey see, monkey do. That's what's happening there. And that's why those who are real and investors know that, hey, we are going to build something that is beyond this macroeconomic situation right now. And, if a recession happens beyond that, this is going to be the next growth lever. How are we assessing and finding the right people and make sure that we have the right leadership teams as well? That's where the AI real players shop come in. And so I went and talked to VCs, attended conferences, had sidebar conversations, talked to product managers, hiring managers, technology leaders, product leaders, executive recruiters, and people from non-coding domains as well. So marketing, HR, finance, strategy. And with this first principles framework in my mind, that it's going to be mindset, which is going to be the strategy here. It's not skills. That's how I built my fluency as well in it. And it got validated. So here it goes. What is AI fluency? Let's first define that. AI fluency is the ability to collaborate responsibly with intelligent systems to solve real problems. This is my definition. AI fluency is not just going out and learning a skill and showcasing that you know a certain tool. It's not to display parlor tricks using tools. It is the ability to actually collaborate with AI and solve real problems, and in the process be responsible for your domain, making sure it's right, making sure it's not harming anyone, right? Not everyone's doing that, but that for me is AI fluency. Being responsible, collaborating with AI, right? Not just relying on AI, but collaborating with it and then solving real problems. That is what is AI fluency. With that, till next time, bye.